Well, good evening, good night, whatever time of the day it is in your area, wherever you're located. I say hello to you and welcome to another Mikey Live program. I am your host, Mikey Hutchinson, and we are live in Grenada. We have so many things, there's so many things to happen, to tell you about that is happening right here. 116 people, 116 police officers recovers from COVID-19. I'm tempted to say give them a clap. Mexican doctors arrive in Grenada. We'll talk about that. St. George's University tells their overseas students who are here in Grenada that they can leave if they want to. But of course, they are taking learning online. Weekend drives, a huge success. We're talking about vaccination and testing. Huge success. Lockdown for another 2 weekends here in Grenada. We'll talk about that. 587 cases of COVID-19 identified in Grenada on the weekend with 5 deaths, I think it was, 5 or 7. Don't quote me. 1,347 recoveries from the COVID-19 so far. You understand? So we're looking pretty. I think it was 7 deaths on the weekend, but I'll verify that. I think one day was 5 and the other day was 2. Pfizer says its COVID-19 vaccine is safe and effective for kids ages 5 to 11. Ministry of Education says that they are guided by the Ministry of Health. Remote learning will continue. And Carriacou records first COVID-19 death. Prime Minister hails the work of the frontline workers and volunteers. So we're going to talk about all of that and more when we return on tonight's Mikey Live program. I just have to let you know how much it's a pleasure, to be back with you. You know, things are so trying these days, and sometimes you don't know tomorrow is another day, and you're just not sure. So all the uncertainties and things, man. Yeah. So I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that we are seeing each other again. Thank you to God for giving us the breath of life. We're taking a break and come back. Somebody sharing tonight's program will receive some free credit compliments Digicel, and that person could be you. Here's what now. The headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of the Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Court Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada. We've got as well on board Real Value, IGA Supermarket, and Superb Distributors, and as well the Ministry of Agriculture. We're taking our first break and we'll be back shortly.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
After being locked down during the pandemic,
get ready for summer with Rika. Live this summer with Rika's Summer in Every Drop promotion. Buy any Rika combo of 6 200ml, 4 330ml, or 3 1-liter Rika juices and get a chance to win. Win Apple AirPods, plunge pools, beach dress with umbrellas, barbecue grill set, gamer set, and weekly pop-up giveaways. With Rika, there's summer in every drop. Promotion ends August 31st. Tickets available at all leading retailers island-wide. Rika, distributed by Superb Distributors Inc., Tempe, St. George's.
It's your summer everything loan from the Communal. Borrow up to $10,000 for all your needs. School supplies, staycation, home renovations, appliances or furniture. You can have it all with a summer everything loan. With competitive interest rates and same-day approvals, you can't beat this loan special. Not a member? Join today to get onto this exciting offer. It's your summer everything loan from the Communal. Apply today and take advantage of this exciting offer. Visit the nearest Communal branch or call us at 440-1755 for more information. Lending terms and conditions apply.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, they easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NAWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Let's get tough on breed your larceny. It will destroy our economy. Larceny threatens our food security. Can hurt us locally, hurt us globally. To all the buyers, ask for license from all produce sellers. To all the people, call 300 for police for them thieving fellas. To all the farmers, please don't steal produce from your brother. Then you're selling to traffickers, hotels and street vendors. Nah man, let's do all we can to stop radio larceny. New vigilance, new laws, and a tough judiciary. Stop Grenada's organized business crime. It's time.
To report pre-deal larceny, call 300.
All right, family, so welcome back to another Mikey Life program. And again, it's my pleasure to be back with you for another night, whatever time of the day it is when you look at this program, all right? We're happy that you're alive, you're in the land of living, you're doing what you have to. Well, that's good to know. So here's what we got to tell you. First thing, there are some changes as it relates to the petroleum products, the petroleum prices, all right? And those prices took effect as of the 18th. And we are seeing some slight, nothing to talk about too much, you know? In terms of the gasoline and so on. So we've got the gasoline prices. This is how it moves. All right, so as it relates to the old price, it was $16.42 per gallon. It goes to $16.19 per gallon, so there's a reduction. Diesel from $14.42 to $14.24, and kerosene $8.83 to $8.63. All right, and that's on the mainland as it relates to the gasoline. The LPG, well, you know, as usual, the prices remain the same. In Carriacou, there are some slight changes as well as it relates to the gasoline. The old price, $16.61, the new price, $16.37 per gallon. The old price for diesel is $14.60, the new price is $14.42. Kerosene, $9.02, it goes to now $8.82. Likewise, in Pidimonic, there are changes as well. Gasoline, well, we see here with the gasoline, the old price and the new price remains the same. But for the diesel, there is a slight change from $9.10 to $8.92. Carriacou 902 to 882. All right. So please be guided. And we posted, something more detailed on our page for you to take a look at it. All right. The Ministry of Education says that they are guided by the Ministry of Health. All right. So the Ministry of Education, Human Resource Development, Religious Affairs and Information is extending, they say, the suspension of the face-to-face learning based on the guidelines of under guidance of the Ministry of Health. They say that given the fluidity of the COVID-19 situation here in Grenada and the need to balance education and health, the ministry says that school will remain online until further notice. And no, they say while it is concerned, some students are currently unable to participate in online learning activities. It says this decision is in the best interest of all concerned. All right, and again, we've posted something very detailed on that for you on our program, on our page and website as well. Now, Carriacou and PD Monday has recorded its first COVID-19 related death, and we were saying that who's likely to be affected? The elderly folks, boy. They are the ones to be affected by this. Most likely, in most of the countries, you would find that it is people like the elderly and the more vulnerable people that will succumb to COVID-19, and the record is showing that, although there are some young people who are dying as well, and we have seen that here in Grenada, but more so the elderly folks, unfortunately. You understand, these people, it's hard that they go through all of that, everything that they have, and then, COVID-19 comes and they have to go that way. You understand? And they recorded the first death, Carriacou and Pitimonik, on the weekend. This was reported by the Ministry of Carriacou and Pitimonik Affairs. All right. She was 99 years old. Leah Guadalupe. Yes, 99 years old. She almost made her 100. She was one of the 11 residents of the Top Hill Senior Citizens Home. She was one of the many who tested positive recently for the COVID-19. And speaking of Carriacou, well, guess what? 8 new local cases was identified. 7 in Carriacou and 1 in Pitimonik. They were confirmed today, bringing the total confirmed cases to 98 for Carriacou and Pitimonik so far. So 98 confirmed the cases of COVID-19 in Carriacou and Pitimonik. The active local cases now stands at 73. And them numbers seem to be a little volatile, and I'll tell you why. Because some Grenadians are going up, or some Grenadians are up there who contract the virus, and when they leave, that affects the active cases numbers in Carriacou. So sometimes you'll see it moves rapidly. All right, that's the explanation for it. Now, the next thing that we have to tell you about, boys, on the weekend, the Prime Minister, Dr. Mitchell, hailed the work of the frontline workers and volunteers engaged in the fight against the COVID-19. He noted that he had a chance to chat briefly with some of the volunteers who have been giving freely of their time again and again to bolster the efforts of the community health teams at the forefront of the testing and vaccination drive across the country. You understand? He said, in his words he noted, "I can't say enough how grateful we are for the support being given to the government and the people of Grenada, Carriacou and Pitimonik. Now, getting through the COVID-19 pandemic requires a national effort, and I am deeply appreciative of all the contributions that's been made. Thank you to all, and be safe, everyone," unquote. You understand? He's saying thanks. I just find we gotta say more thanks and things. I find we local people getting overshadowed too. The volunteers are doing extremely well, but we still have to continue to remember the people in the districts and so on who's, they might not have a little camera to take a little picture, but they're working tirelessly as well. You know what I mean? So, yeah, right. So they're working. We'll come back to that just now. All right, we'll come back to that volunteer work and thing just now. Let me just say that before I forget. There's a teen that is missing, and the police and her family They want your help in locating her. I know it looks kind of stretched, you know, but that's the best we could have done with the time that we had with that. All right, so they are asking for your help in locating Amelia Alexander. She's only 16 years old and she's a student of golf course in St. George's. Amelia left her home on Thursday, 16 September, and has not returned since. Now, she was last seen at Grove St. John wearing a blue top, a multicolored pants, and black and green slipper. She's about 4 feet 8 inches in height and brown in complexion. Anyone seeing Amelia Alexander or has any information about her whereabouts, you are asked to contact the Central Police Station at 440-2244, South St. George Police Station 444-4454, Police Emergency at 911, Police Hotline at 444-1958, or the nearest police station. You understand? So all you could do one thing now. Help out the family and thing. You understand? They need your help. They need your support. You understand? All right, good. We're moving on. How are we looking? So we are just completing another no movement weekend now, where everybody was told to stay indoors unless you are going out to get vaccinated or tested, or you are an essential worker. Essentially what needed to happen, you needed to stay indoors. And according to police, those lockdown weekends are proving to be very successful. And we spoke just a moment ago, before we came onto the program, to Inspector Trevor Rodney, who's now in charge of the Public Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, about those weekend operations. Talk to us about the results of this weekend's operation. And I know that last week was the first, and how do you compare those 2 weekends?
Right. We thank you again for the privilege to address the nation with respect to our operations for the past 2 weekends. In fact, we would say that the operations, they were successful because our operational plans were rolled out, and we have achieved our objectives in terms of maintaining, more importantly, the exit and access of the streets with regard to the outbreak of the pandemic. And I believe we have done that well. And so we're grateful for the cooperation indeed of the general public. Notwithstanding, there were a few violators, and they were dealt with. They violated, of course, the regulations, the COVID-19 regulations, and they were ticketed. And of course, they would have to stand the consequences of their behavior. But generally, we were successful in our mandate to properly police the regulations.
Okay, and I know that last weekend there were a few infractions and so on, and this weekend there was. So how do you compare? Would you say that you have seen more infractions this weekend versus the last one?
No, generally the same infractions are repeated. You know, failing to remain at the place of abode, and generally, interestingly, but regrettably, we still have persons being ticketed for not wearing their mask and the proper face covering. That to me is a concern. That's a concern of the RGPF, because of course, you know, if the mask is one of the ways to prevent transmission of the COVID-19 virus, and if you have violators in that regard, that becomes a serious concern. And of course, violators in that regard, they would have to face the consequences of the law.
Okay,
but generally, the same set of violators.
Okay, and just
before not the same set of violators, the same set of violations. Sorry.
Same set of violations,
yeah.
And just before we wrap up, I know that you guys have been really stretched in terms of your manpower. A lot of officers affected and so on, but that hasn't really affected your operations on the weekend.
No, it hasn't, because if you recall, Commissioner did say that he would have called in men on leave to provide support, additional support, and that worked well. And of course, the officers, they were committed, and hats off to the men and women of the RGPF. They were committed to the task, and they give off their best in terms of policing the regulation and the duties on the weekend, and we are extremely grateful.
Yes, and that was us speaking to Inspector Trevor Rodney, who is now in charge of the Community Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force. Now, we also noted that there are 116 police officers who were infected with COVID-19 who has recovered. And he's saying that they're really happy for that because, of course, you know, with these officers being on leave because of them being sick, caused a little pressure to the system, and they have been to call out some of the officers who were on vacation to come back in, but now they're saying that they're actually happy that these officers have recovered.
We also want to report that 116 of the officers have recovered from the effects of the COVID-19 virus. And we are grateful to God for such recovery. And we believe that the RGPF is on its way in terms of managing well, better than we have been in previous weeks, managing the COVID-19 pandemic spreading, the virus affecting the RGPF. I also want to commend the men and women of the RGPF for their strict to the COVID-19 protocols. The protocols given by our medical experts, we have used that and we have followed it to a T, and we've seen great results as a result of following the protocols. So hats off to the men and women in that regard also.
All right, thank you very much, Inspector Trevor Rodney, for availing yourself to speak with us about your operations over the weekend.
You're welcome, sir.
All right, great. All right, and again, that's the head of the Community Relations Department, Trevor Rodney. Okay, so we all have now Mexicans. I think Mexican specialists they traveled here to Grenada to support efforts to address the increase in cases and hospitalizations of COVID-19. They arrived in Grenada by, look at the picture on the screen. You understand? So they are going to be helping out with what's happening at the hospital and so on. You know what I mean? A team of 5 high-level specialists from the Mexican Institute of Social Security, the IMSS, in the management, care, and treatment of patients hospitalized for the COVID-19. They came here on Sunday. They arrived on Sunday. You understand? And they are here to support, like I said, to mitigate the increase in the number of cases and hospitalizations. You understand? And they're not only doing that here in Grenada, they go around the place and making sure, they do what they have to, just help out like a situation and thing now. Yeah, I mean, so, well, thanks, yeah, I mean, thanks. Thank you. That's all we could say. Help us out in whatever way that you can. You hear people? Because we need it. The St. George's University, they've been helping too because they're sending out people, staff and thing now. They're sending out their people and people who can help and thing to help with those efforts and thing. And their school too have been affected. And today they sent out a little correspondence and thing now. You understand? They announced enhanced safety protocols on the True Blue campus, including pausing all in-person education. They say that they are committed to safeguarding the health and safety of the students, faculty, staff, and the country of Grenada. According to SGU, the decision was made in the spirit of community support and with an abundance of caution, and that is to help mitigate the spread of the COVID-19 here in Grenada. As you say that they continue to see a very low number of infections on the campus and in the SGU community, and will maintain periodic screening of all members of the SGU community. Now, in addition, the very few on campus, they say, who are COVID positive are experiencing no symptoms or only very mild symptoms as a result of the fully vaccinated status. They say that no SGU connected individuals have been hospitalized. According to SGUI, the new safety protocols will entail a transition to online education for all students in Grenada for the next 2 weeks. This will include all School of Medicine basic science students and students in the School of Veterinary Medicine, Arts and Sciences, and graduate studies, including those in Grenada. Now, they are also saying that during this period, any student, faculty, and staff on campus will be required to wear a mask both indoors and outdoors, and group activities will be restricted to open air spaces. Campus operations will be reduced, they are saying, and all non-essential employees will continue their work duties from home whenever is possible. You understand? So they are saying that they want to make sure that everybody's safe and thing. I also saw a document that they were saying that, you know what, if you feel like you might want to go, you know, to be safe or just you want to leave, go ahead. You understand? Because it's up to you. At the end of the day, you're free. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're free. You understand? If you want this, what you want to do, don't worry. We're doing things online. But of course, one will have to evaluate whether or not that makes sense, since the school is not really planning on any long-term. You know, they're saying that they are going to reevaluate the situation after 14 days and further discussions. You understand? So it will be based on the circumstances on the ground. And if I was a student, maybe I'll just chill because, you know, it's not that bad after all. You know what I mean? Yeah, chill and drink some coconut water, you know, those dome and thing, and organize all yourself, you know what I mean? Yeah, eat a little dashing, Tanya, and then kind of thing. If you don't know how to make a little Tanya log, don't look up online. Dr. Grenada and get a little Tanya log, handle all the business, and you'll be all right, man. Don't worry. You know what I mean? Yeah, we save the air fresh. So all of the next thing we have to do, don't pling, pling, plong, plong. They only texting me, dog. Let me see if, you know, if it's something important, I will take it. But if it's not something important, I'll course in it. Anyway, Olia, the next thing that we have to tell Olia boy, according to the authorities here, they are saying that the weekend drives that they've been doing, which is vaccination and testing, it is really, really, really successful. Dr. McIntosh, you know, she was on the program today. There was a press conference and thing now. And she's saying that she was really, really impressed with the kind of numbers that they have been seeing showing up, people showing up at these pop-up clinics.
Last week, when we first started really pushing the volunteers of going out, we were able to increase it by 300 plus. This weekend, whew, Saturday was over 872 vaccinated. Sunday, which was yesterday, it is over that again. And we look at that in the week. I know, and just shout out to Nurse Lyons talking about we've hit 1,000 at the stadium. We're going to try to hit that again. So that is part of our battalion. Face masks, face masks, face masks. Hand sanitization. Social distancing if able. But the key is vaccination. Let us work together for that. Let us make sure that we can hit that goal, because we've been seeing the battles and we've been seeing successes across. Let us have that success in Grenada.
No,
because of the increasing number of deaths.
So, Dr. Taisha Donald, you just see, you know, a little pop-up there, says that the message seems to be working and people are now taking things a little bit more seriously. Again, that's owing to the kind of response that they are seeing as it relates to those pop-up clinics.
Yes, I think based on what's happening now, I think persons are beginning to realize that, hey, it is real. Vaccinations do help, because as I've said in other forums, the majority of persons who have died from coronavirus in Grenada, in our hospital, have been the persons who are unvaccinated. And I think this message has been out there, and I think persons have now made a conscious effort to decide, hey, let me do this. Let me get vaccinated. Let me help protect myself and my loved ones. So I think the message is getting out.
All right. And Dr. Donald was one of the organizers of a testing and vaccination pop-up clinic that happened at St. Paul's on the weekend. And she said she was really, really amazed to see the kind of turnout that they had.
Yes, I think based on what's happening now, I think persons are beginning to realize that, hey, it is real. Vaccinations. And first of all, let me say that I am from St. Paul's. I'm Taisha Donald, and this is my village. And I thought to myself, what a better way to get back to, or give back rather to our population than during a time like this. So I contacted Minister Bowen and I contacted the St. Paul's Sports Club, and we all came together and decided, let's do this. Today I'm seeing the numbers, and I mean, I know St. Paul's people how we are. We do support each other. But I'm actually overwhelmed and very happy to see the numbers here, and particularly to see the vaccine line. The vaccine line is very long. So I'm very, very happy to see this, and that's how my people are.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Taisha Donald. Hey, there are new guidelines for funerals. There was a joint statement and a press conference that was held today by the funeral directors, religious leaders, and government of Grenada. All right, these, those that are not in effect already will take effect as of Wednesday.
Because of the increasing number of deaths daily and the need to compassionately and respectfully discharge our responsibility to those who have died and their families, representatives of the government of Grenada, the 3 funeral homes in Grenada, Lacroix, Bailey, and Wayne, and the religious community, including members of the Alliance of Evangelical Churches, the Conference of Churches in Grenada, the Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, and the Grenada Islamic Foundation met on Thursday, 16 September, to determine the way forward with regards to funerals. The following decisions were made, and those that are not already in practice will come into effect from Wednesday, 22nd September 2021. The first decision: all burials from deaths due to COVID-19 will be done within 72 hours from the time of the certification of the death. 2. Persons dying from the COVID-19 infection will not be embalmed. 3. Up to 2 persons would be allowed to view the body at the funeral home for identification purposes only. After the body is identified, the coffin or casket will be permanently sealed. 4. Graves will be dug to a depth no fewer than 6 feet. 5. Families have the option to cremate or to bury. 6. Accommodations will be made for religious bodies requiring special rites in the preparation of their bodies for burial. 7. Funerals will remain between the hours of 9 to 12 a.m. However, when there are more bodies to be buried in a given day that can be realistically done within these hours, funeral directors may seek special dispensation from the Royal Grenada Police Force to extend the time to no later than 2 p.m. And finally, funerals will take place only at the cemetery. Here ends the statement.
All right, so only at the cemetery, so there's not going to be any ceremony or service that happens in the church. All right, and the funeral homes, Otway and Bailey, both have brought in refrigerators, all right, for the placement of the dead who have died from COVID-19. All right, Olio. So the next thing that we have to tell you about, we are entering into another 2 weekends of lockdown, just as it was. So, okay, to put it quite simple, people are asking about the regulations. What are some of the new things? And I think what people want to know about mostly are the curfew and stuff. Based on, we got that just before coming on the program, and I just browsed through it very quickly, and I see that a lot of things have remained the same. So, for example, the curfew, the 5 o'clock curfew, that is in effect, 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. All right? Daily, that remains in effect. As it relates to the weekend curfews, it goes back into effect again for another 2 weeks. All right? So not much change where that is concerned. Instead of me going to read that whole thing, I think it's best to just summarize that this is what's going to happen. Just tell you how it affects you. It's just the same way that it did for the past 2 weeks. Full stop. The story ended where I've been. Now, the next thing that we have to tell you about by 587 cases of COVID-19 identified in Grenada over the weekend, with 7 deaths. So we've combined the 2 days. Saturday, bringing in 351 positive cases, and Sunday, bringing in 236, a total of 587 new cases of COVID-19 over the weekend. However, the good news, though, is that we are seeing a lot of recoveries. 1,347 recoveries from since day one to now. All right, and guess what? The numbers are climbing so rapidly that soon, we're going up in the 2,000 just with a couple of days again. You understand? So we are going to see a lot of recoveries. Though we have had a lot of deaths, too many for me, in the 50s, still, we are seeing that we are getting a lot of recoveries. And we have to say thank you to God for that. It could be worse. Any life loss is one too many. But again, we still have to be grateful. We can't allow that to not to take us too far from our gratitude and realizing that, but Whitner, we have had a great success as it relates to persons who are recovering. All right, good. Speaking of success and recovery, there are a lot of these frontline workers you don't hear about, you don't get to see, but they walk in. Yeah, I mean, some of them, they're going through thing. Some just getting praised because those are more, they like camera. But then there are those who you don't get to see at all. One such frontline worker has a birthday today. One of the workers who've been working hard, and that is not to take away from the fact that all the others are working, but she's working hard, dog. And so the Minister for Health, Nicola Steele, Senior Medical Doctor in the ministry as well, Mayana Charles, and Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles all took the time for a few moments of their busy day today to give tribute to Nurse McQueen on her special day today. And of course, I want to take a minute of my program to do the same to my biological sister, Meryl Hutchinson McQueen, on her birthday. So we are wishing Meryl happy, but who hold a camera? Happy birthday, and may the good Lord continue to bless and keep you and see you through this trying and difficult time where you are so engaged with keeping other people safe and healthy, doing vaccination and testing and so on. And so I know how much your team, Dr. Charles and the others, I know how much they appreciate you. So that's good, all right? So you had a nice little tribute and thing, you get like a cake and thing, organize yourself with a little cake. And I'll give the lady a clap, no man, she on the program, look at her right there. You understand? So happy birthday, Nurse Meryl Hutchinson McQueen, and may God bless you. That's who administered my vaccine. I told her I could tell her what I tell her. I said, I would like if you are the one who gives me the vaccine. And she says, why? So I said to her, because it would mean more to me. And then I like to make me like a joke. And at least, if I die, at least it's you kill me. John, no! No, that's what I told her. I said, me a little more to me, but at least if I die, at least it's you kill me. I don't mind too much. I don't know nobody to hunt. And I remember with my sister. Anyway, folks. And again, tribute to going out to all those nurses and them who working hard on the business. Yeah, she'll say, hey, what Mikey do that for? Yeah, man, I have to big you up. What do you mean? All right, and my mom, I know she go feel nice. She'll say, hey, all raising me nose. You imagine, mommy like to say nose, and mom, you mustn't say that. When you say people raising the nose, I mean with that size of nose. If you knows how to raise any further, that is a master complainer. Anyway, we're going back on the stories now. Pfizer has said today that its COVID-19 vaccine is safe and effective for children ages 5 to 11. Now, recently, they were allowed to administer the vaccine because they say it's safe for children up to 12, as young as 12 years old. So they have done further studies, and they are liking the results of the studies that they have done, and they are saying now it's safe to give children even younger than 12 years old to administer the vaccine to these children. So to put it quite simple, so Pfizer is now saying that, okay, from 5 years old to up to however old, it is safe to give your children, is to administer the vaccine, you know what I mean? So that one pretty, you understand? So anyway, so maybe soon we will hear that. Maybe soon we will hear that here too, that okay, we are now okay to administer to younger children. All right, so let's see what's going to happen with that. So folks, here's what we have to come still. We have the national report to come. We have the weather to come. And if it happens within the time that we are here, we will also have for you the new statistics as it relates to our numbers re-COVID-19. So we're going to take a break and come back. And if you have not yet done so, we want to encourage you all to just share the business now, man. Share the thing. We are coming back. Stay right there.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
After being locked down during the pandemic,
Get ready for summer with Rika. Live this summer with Rika's Summer in Every Drop promotion. Buy any Rika combo of 6 200ml, 4 330ml, or 3 1-liter Rika juices and get a chance to win. Win Apple AirPods, plunge pools, beach chairs with umbrellas, barbecue grill set, gamer set, and weekly pop-up giveaways. With Rika, there's summer in every drop. Promotion ends August 31st. Tickets available at all leading retailers island-wide. Rika, distributed by Superb Distributors Inc., Tempe, St. George's.
It's your summer everything loan from the communal. Borrow up to $10,000 for all your needs. School supplies, staycation, home renovations, appliances or furniture. You can have it all with a summer everything loan. With competitive interest rates and same-day approvals, you can't beat this loan special. Not a member? Join today to get onto this exciting offer. It's your summer everything loan from the communal. Apply today and take advantage of this exciting offer. Visit the nearest communal branch or call us at 440-1755 for more information. Lending terms and conditions apply.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, line, boy, your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Summer is ending, but the deals are just beginning with the Court's end of summer sale. Get up to 50% off your favorite items, to include patio furnishings, pools, coolers, TVs, mattresses, and more. Plus, shop today with a ready finance and pay nothing for 60 days. Take advantage of these sizzling summer deals for a limited time only. Shop in store and online at shopcourts.com. Conditions apply. Courts, bringing value home.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Welcome to Yogo. Most of you know us for our food delivery service and our food pass for free delivery from restaurants. But did you know you can also use us for grocery deliveries too? We've just added another 5,000 plus new items to Yogo's supermarket. And stay updated as we add more products and vendors. Yogo Services is our convenient skip the line offering. Let us pay your electric, water, and other utility bills for you. With us, you will be able to buy tickets, pay your rent, schedule bookings, and other services. Need a ride to get somewhere? Give Yogo Lyft a try. Select your pickup location and destination location and wait for our driver to collect you. Never have to worry about how you're gonna get to a place again. Please see website or app for our service locations. And sign up now.
Let's get tough on breed your larceny. It will destroy our economy. Larceny threatens our food security. Can hurt us locally, hurt us globally. To all the buyers, ask for license from all produce sellers. To all people, 300 for police for them thieving fellas. To all the farmers, don't steal produce from your brother. Then you're selling to traffickers, hotels and street vendors. Nah man, let's do all we can to stop breeding larceny. New vigilance, new laws, and a tough judiciary. Stop Grenada's organized business crime. It's time.
To report pre-deal larceny, call 300.
All funerals for COVID-19 related deaths to be held within 72 hours of certification of death. Details to this story and more in the National Report. Welcome back. With the details to the news for Monday, September 20th, 2021, I am Sherry and Noel. Effective Wednesday, September 22nd, protocols agreed upon by the government of Grenada, religious leaders and funeral directors will be implemented to prevent the spread of COVID-19. The measures were outlined by Acting Director of Medical Services, Dr. Taisha Donald, during a joint press conference on Monday. She said since August 2021, the rate of infection has increased and community spread of the virus is much more pervasive, along with the increase in deaths. The measures were drawn up to compassionately and respectfully discharge responsibility to the departed and their families.
All burials from deaths due to COVID-19 will be done within 72 hours from the time of the certification of death. 2. Persons dying from COVID-19 infection will not be embalmed. 3. Up to 2 persons will be allowed to view the body at the funeral home for identification purposes only. After the body is identified, the coffin or casket will be permanently sealed. 4. Graves will be dug to a depth no fewer than 6 feet. 5. Families will have the option to cremate or to bury. 6. Accommodations will be made for religious bodies requiring special rites in the preparation of bodies for burial. 7. Funerals will remain between the hours of 9 to 12 a.m. However, where there are more bodies to be buried in a given day that can be realistically done within these hours, permission can be sought from the Royal Grenada Police Force to extend the time no later than 2 p.m. And 8. Funerals will take place only at the cemetery.
Clinton Bailey, who represented the funeral agencies at Monday's press briefing, assured that all 3 funeral homes on the mainland are now properly equipped to deal with the bodies of COVID-19 victims.
Myself, Lacqua and Wayne, as everybody know, Lacqua had to bring in a refrigerated container, which is necessary. I brought in one, which is necessary, and Wayne have some storage that he told me today he's up and running with capacity. So we are all in a good place now to handle whatever comes to us.
The funeral directors have also agreed that 2 family members will be given the opportunity to view the remains of loved ones to verify that the body to be sealed in the casket is that of their loved one. Moving along, more than 1,500 people were vaccinated over the weekend at mobile and pop-up clinics that targeted various parts of the island over in the second of the 2 no-movement weekends. Details in this report by Leslie and Johnson.
Doctors, nurses, volunteers and others were out in full force again over the weekend as they continue to wage war against COVID-19. Teams targeted St. Andrew, St. David, St. John and St. Mark, St. Patrick and St. George over the 2-day period, taking every effort to protect lives. The Government Information Service visited the St. Paul's Sports and Community Centre, which had an impressive turnout. Acting Director of Medical Services at the General Hospital, Dr. Taisha Donald, who is originally from that area, is a driving force behind the initiative. Following discussion with Parliamentary Representative the Honourable Gregory Bowen and the St. Paul's Sports, Cultural and Development Organisation, the clinic was organised and received overwhelming support.
Based on what's happening now, I think persons are beginning to realize that, hey, it is real. Vaccinations do help because, as I've said in other forums, the majority of persons who have died from coronavirus in Grenada, in our hospital, have been the persons who are unvaccinated. And I think this message has been out there, and I think persons have now made a conscious effort to decide, hey, let me do this. Let me get vaccinated. Let me help protect myself and my loved ones. So I think the message is getting out.
Parliamentary Representative for St. George Southeast, Honourable Gregory Bowen, was happy that all their hard work paid off. He commended the many volunteers and the St. Paul's Sports, Cultural and Development Organisation for the partnership, saying this is what happens when everyone works together for the good of the country. He was even happier to see some of the people who were reluctant in the beginning show up to take the vaccine.
They must be emissaries now and ambassadors to go out and tell the others who were like they were before, indicating that they're not too sure, and they're here to ensure that everybody's sure. and come out and take the vaccine now.
Brian Pifford, chairperson of the St. Paul's Sports, Cultural and Development Organization, told GIS that they want organizations similar to his to get on board and help stop the spread of the virus.
The only way we could handle the situation is for everybody to come together and fight it. Everybody needs to do what is necessary and try not to get a virus, right? So our role, as I said, as an organization in the community, we see it fit to engage the Ministry of Health and to try to get our community together in order to go through this process.
GIS also caught up with Minister for Health and Social Security, the Honourable Nicholas Steele, who was at the vaccination clinic at Foodland Car Park, Kirani James Boulevard, both Saturday and Sunday. He described this as one of the more successful weekends. And with news of at least one death in Carriacou, Minister Steele is appealing to others to arm themselves the best way possible to guard against the virus.
We are suffering a fate that almost every other nation in the world has, and the solution is the same for every nation in the world: to vaccinate as quickly as possible its population so that we can protect as best as possible our population.
Thank you, Leslie Ann. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
This is a message from the Ministry of Health. If you or a family member suspect that you may have contracted COVID-19 and are displaying symptoms, please immediately self-isolate at home. This means that you must also avoid all contact with other members of your household. Do not visit hospitals or health centers, as this creates the potential for further spread of the virus, and it puts additional persons at risk when you come into contact with them. Your best course of action is to call the COVID-19 hotline at 458-4787 or 538-4787, or contact your nearest health center or medical station. Once your information has been received, health officials will come to you. Help prevent the spread of COVID-19. This has been a message from the Ministry of Health.
Welcome back. The government of Grenada, through the Ministry of Health, has reached out to the international community for assistance as challenges have arisen within the health sector due to the increased numbers of positive COVID-19 cases on island. Grenada's Health Minister, Honourable Nicholas Steele, made the statement when he appeared on the Monday Morning Perspective program with moderator Brenda Batiste and panelists Christopher Diali and Byron Campbell. Minister Steele says, based on what the science is showing and in anticipation of increased numbers in hospitalization and an already stretched health sector, government has taken the necessary steps to ensure the provision of essential health services in dealing with the COVID-19 cases and other health-related issues.
Today we have two teams coming in to assist. One team from Mexico, doctors and nurse practitioners that will give support and easement to our ICU team, our hospital team in general. And another team led by one of our proud and patriotic Grenadians, Dr. Philip Bonaparte. He's coming down with the team as well to lend support. And we have others coming in. SGU has tapped into their alumni, and they will be coming in so that they will be giving easement at all different levels and support to our medical team that has been on the front lines and bearing the brunt of this to date.
The past few weeks, Honourable Steele says, have clearly painted a picture of what can happen when we do not adhere to protocols and in some cases delay a decision that can be in our best interest. He says, however, with change in attitude, a positive outcome can be achieved.
The actions that we take in society is what prevents or delays or slows the hospitalizations and the deaths. I've said before, and I think what I need your help with, all three of you getting out there and explaining the phrase and coining the phrase, so to speak, is that community behaviors and habits have to change to control community spread, and then in the future, to prevent community spread from having coming again, community behaviors have to change. It's not about quarantine and borders, etc. and so no. It's around us all over. And when it does rear its ugly head, however it rears its ugly head, we need to make sure that the community behaviors have changed so that it doesn't spread like wildfire throughout the community.
And finally in the news, 99-year-old Leah Guadalupe, a resident of Top Hill Senior Citizens Home in Carriacou, is the island's first COVID-19 related death. Leah, who is also known as Fatina Guadalupe, was one of 11 residents of the home to have tested positive for the dreaded COVID-19 virus. She succumbed at the Princess Royal Hospital on Sunday, September 19th. Minister for Carriacou and Petit Martinique Affairs, Honorable Kendra Mathurin Stewart, says Fatina was well known on the island and made her due contribution in so many ways.
It is with profound sadness and grief that I extend my sincerest condolences and sympathies to the family and friends of the late Miss Leah Guadalupe, also known as Fatina Guadalupe, affectionately called Cousin Fatina or Tan Faith.
Honorable Mathurin Stewart made a clarion call for residents on the Sister Isle to get vaccinated, as there are now 2 residents hospitalized at the Princess Royal Hospital.
It is in fact a deadly and serious disease, and so I want to implore upon every one of us to continue to fight and to continue to do all that we can to safeguard ourselves, our families, our friends, and especially the vulnerable among us. We have to continue to do what we have to do to protect ourselves. And so I want to urge again the need for vaccination and the need to follow all the protocols.
And with that story, we come to the end of the National Report for Monday, September 20th, 2021. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Sherry Ann Noel, thanking you for viewing.
Well, thank you very much, Sherry Ann, Noel, and the rest of the GIS team. We have for you the weather, as we have not received the document as yet. So we are going to go straight into the weather for tonight. And the weather, mostly fair, with a few brief, light, isolated showers. Tonight's minimum temperature is expected to be around 25 degrees Celsius. Winds east-southeasterly at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. And that's our weather report for tonight. And folks, we are going to close off now, and like we've been doing, once we get the information relating to the COVID-19 numbers for the day, we will share that with you via our WhatsApp group. I know that many of you are on the WhatsApp group, so you get the information as soon as it comes in. Yes, so you don't have to go searching for it. If you have not yet joined our WhatsApp group or no chat WhatsApp group so far, the feedback is great because there's no chatting in those groups. And if you're not yet a member, we'll post the group on our page so that you can join. And once we have updates and so on, we share that in the group as well for you. All right, so that's it for now. And look out for that update coming up in a few minutes from now. All right, before we go, let's say hello to a few people on the Porgy. Yes, those of you who are here for the first time, and those of you who are always here, the usual suspects as we call them. All right, so we have to say hello to Bermuda, Shireen, Kirin, Isaiah, Rayburn, Tracy, Paul, Eunice, Pearl, Michelle, Spice Girl, Della, Suzette, Miriam, who? Who's there? The thing blocking in. Oh, that's it, Bermuda, right? Brenda, what's happening? Yeah, Kirin, all the best, yeah? And who else is with us? Michael and Kemi and Micaiah, Lincoln, Walter, Trevelyn, Shamin, Shum, Doris, Cynthia, Gemma, Zaka, all right, and Angel. The thing just blocking some of the names. Sharon, Rachel, we have more than one Rachel. Lyra, did I say Spice Girl? Okay, thank you for watching as well, okay? And Charmaine, we have more than one Charmaine. Charmaine and Charmaine. Alright. Okay. Angel. We have more than one Angel again. Oh, y'all watching all the elections and all the Lord God. Y'all watching follow to go and watch all the election, all the watching Mikey live. Alright. Phyllis. Ashell, how are you? And everyone else, thank you for watching. All right, so all the best you here, Papa. And we have put together the the state of emergency and things like that. The regulations, and so we have posted that on our website as well, MikeyLive.com. That's MikeyLive.com. So you can check it out for that to make sure, whatever you want to know, you can get that there. So folks, take care of yourselves and may God bless you and the family until we meet again. That is tomorrow, God's willing, same time, same place right here. All right, so anyway, take care of all yourself again. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja! No, take care.